off this committee.
Last call for our guest, James Grimaldi, Buffalo, New York, on the Independent line.
Hi, my name's Bob. I'm from Buffalo, obviously. I just got a question. As far as you were asked earlier if this guy did anything illegal, you said no.
Not that I know of, is what I said.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you were talking about all this overspending and spending on stuff that he wasn't supposed to do. That's not illegal. Okay, you're investigating him. How come somebody that we know is doing something illegal, the president, nobody's investigating?
Well, that takes us into another realm completely.
Let's go back. We only have a few minutes over what we've been talking about. The Smithsonian Institution is a quasi-governmental institution, or is it quasi-private?
Well, it's called Federal Trust Instrumentality. Talk about arcane. We're going to go back into the Ken Gross lobbying regulations here in a minute. Federal Trust Instrumentality, and it was very controversial when it was founded. They received $500,000 from a man named James Smithson, whose bones are in that castle in a crypt over there on the National Mall. And they debated for almost a decade in regards to what they would do with this money, and they decided they would create this institution that would have this sort of mixture of people, and it would be for the betterment and for the enhancement of and diffusion of knowledge. And that's really where we are today, and it really is straddling many different realms here, and I think that this governance committee and possibly Congress will be able to clarify some of these roles and determine which of these laws will and won't apply.
You can find all of the articles connected from the C-SPAN website to the Washington Post website, so you can read the background on Mr. Grimaldi. The governance committee is run by who?
They appointed a three-person governance committee, and coming on this show, Brian, is always like an SAT test. I think we have that in one of our stories, and it created actually two committees, and that's why I get a little bit confused. I know that Patty Stonecipher's on one, and I think Alan Spoon is on the other. And one committee is going to look at the governance, and it includes mostly outsiders and one insider from the Board of Regents. I'm sorry, that's mostly regents. Then there's the review committee to look at what they did in terms of retroactively changing the rules for Mr. Small and going back over that review. So there are two separate committees that have been launched by the Board of Regents. We describe them in our articles, and there are links to them in descriptions at WashingtonPost.com.
Our guest, James Grimaldi, is originally from Kansas City, Missouri. He has a journalism degree from the University of Missouri and another one, a BS degree from Columbia University. And he's a Knight Bagehot Fellow in Business and Economics Journalism. We thank you very much for joining us, and hope to have you back.
It's always great. I love this show.
Our cameras, not our cameras, the cameras owned and operated by the House of Representatives, are trained on the door, waiting for the pro forma session. This should be brief to be started, and after this,
Lord God.